Hi, everybody. So I'm continuing with my series of this 14-day challenge. I'm bringing you new videos with new information and stuff that I haven't really shared in this type of way on the podcast, but please subscribe to my podcast, the FitFizz podcast, if you have not already. It's on pretty much any podcast app, and if you have no clue how to find podcasts, just go to fitfizzstudio.com. and you will be able to listen to the podcast there. There's a podcast page with all of the episodes. So today I'm going to be talking about some reasons why it might be hard to lose weight. Now, I know this is a common thing that I hear, especially from women, that, oh, I just can't lose weight no matter what. And while I don't like to focus on losing weight for the sake of losing weight, I think that's usually putting the cart before the horse. But I know that's how people generally think. So that's why I'm phrasing it that way today, even though it's not my preferred way. And you know what? I have a huge smudge right on my camera that I'm going to wipe off. Hold on really quick. It's going to go dark. Whoa. Where am I? Am I back? Am I back? Woo! Slowly coming back. Camera's readjusting. Okay, so one of the reasons, and this is not groundbreaking information, but sometimes you might need to be reminded or think about it in a different way or understand that, yes, this is really true. So reason number one, you're not sleeping enough. As I mentioned in a video a few days ago, if you are seriously lacking sleep, don't force yourself to go do an hour of cardio, especially if it's in shape that you so desperately need. It just truly does not make sense to do that. It is not healthy for you, and you're not doing your body any favors if you are lacking sleep and trading in the minimal sleep that you do get for going to sweat and work out. Because your body, if you are sleep deprived and you work out intensely anyway, your body is just seeing that as stress in a bad way. Stress in a good way is like resistance training is great for muscle building, but if your body is already sleep deprived, you're not going to get the benefits of what a workout should feel like or what it should do for your body if you are in a rested state. So reason number one, you're not getting enough sleep. Always prioritize sleep over working out in any way. So I don't know who's watching. I'd love to hear from you, or give me some kind of emoji in the comments. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, reason number two, again, nothing groundbreaking, but you're stressed out. You have zero chill. You don't know the last time you felt unstressed. And believe me, this was me for many years. That was my autopilot for many years until I crashed and burned with Hashimoto's and all my autoimmune issues. I learned the very, very hard way. And people who follow me, you might get sick of hearing me say this, but it's because I don't want people to suffer like I did. That stress, it was autopilot. And I had to make a lot of sacrifices to unlearn that autopilot mode of always being stressed out. But I had to do it in order to bring my health back from a very, very bad place. So if you have zero chill ever, that can hinder you from losing weight. And it's no secret with the cortisol thing. Stress goes up, cortisol goes up. I've talked about this on the podcast too, but it's possible once your cortisol is pushed up and pushed up and pushed up for weeks and months or maybe years at a time, it's going to come to a point where you don't have any cortisol because your body just simply can't keep up with the demand that is being asked of your body. So that can be another reason. So instead of trying to just be set in this mindset, like I have to lose 20 pounds, I have to lose 15 pounds, I have to lose 30 pounds, I need to see that number on the scale change. Focus on reducing your stress, and the weight can possibly be a side effect, a welcomed side effect. So moving on to reason number three, I have my little notes. Eating more than you should. So this relates to my macro coaching. So I got to throw it in there that I now have macro coaching available. If you don't know what it is, check out my other videos on it. Go to my website and see what it's all about. So if you're eating more than you should, obviously we get that it makes sense that you might gain weight, right? But how do we know how much to eat? Now, maybe like I've been eating pretty much the same as I always have, but I'm gaining weight. Well, it could be, you could be eating the same that you always have and you're gaining weight because you're stressed out or because you're not getting enough sleep, or maybe over time you're really eating a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And so you haven't noticed that you really are eating more than you used to when before you put on maybe some unwanted pounds, which isn't the biggest problem in the world. Again, I feel a little bit conflicted talking about weight loss, weight gain in this way, but I know it's a reality for a lot of people. But again, try to think of weight as a side effect of other things that are going on with your body and your health and your nutrition. So if you ever learn one thing from me, that's what I would want to teach. So if you have no idea if you're eating what's right for you or too much or too little, learning to track macros is a great starting point. So tracking macros isn't just for people who need to lose weight or need to gain muscle or need to whatever. It's for anybody. And, like I've said this before too, it's a great tool for learning, especially if you have no idea how much you're eating, if you have no idea if you're getting enough protein, if you have no idea if you're eating more carbs than your body needs. So counting macros is a great thing. Check out, it's fitfizstudio.com/coaching for those options. And it's on sale until Wednesday. But that's not the main reason I wanted to come on here. But okay, moving on to reason number 4. You're not challenging your body enough for your workouts. So as long as you're well rested or decently rested, and if you've got your stress a little bit under control, and you are pushing yourself in the gym, take a good look, but get really honest with yourself, especially if you don't work one-on-one with a personal trainer, about how hard you are pushing. Because, like for me, this past 12 months has really been a journey for me, getting my strength back and relearning everything after I was so sick with my autoimmune issues. And for me, pushing hard in the gym when I first started, it felt hard. I was pushing my body in a healthy way. I knew I couldn't push as hard as I used to without doing harm to my body. But I also knew, and I had to accept, that amount that I was pushing was not going to be a transformation for my body. It was what's healthy for my heart and my muscles. But it's not like I was training to get a six-pack, because I was I wasn't pushing anywhere near hard enough for that kind of training. But like I always say too, abs are made in the kitchen. It's based on your nutrition, right? And are overrated anyway, but that wasn't my point. So if you're not challenging your body hard enough, you might want to get a few sessions with a personal trainer. So then you can see if you are pushing hard enough. Now, a lot of people think that personal training is all about a personal trainer, they're just going to kick your ass and make you so sore that you can't even walk tomorrow. If you have a personal trainer who thinks that way 100% of the time, I would say get a different personal trainer, because that is not needed in order to make progress. I know some people love that. I know it can be fun once in a while, but pushing that hard all the time is also unnecessary. So you really have to learn where that balance is of how hard should you be pushing in a realistic way. But if you listen to the podcast that I had with Leroy Warner, he said, anything you can do for 20 reps, that's not heavy. And that is very true. So anything you can do for 20 reps, I want to say you're really not pushing your body very hard. And there's nothing wrong with taking it easy, right? Because we all, if you are stressed out, if you are sleep deprived and you just need some exercise, there's nothing wrong with just doing a few easy sets of 20 reps or whatever. It's better than nothing, like I said on yesterday's video. But if you are trying to make a body transformation and lose weight, you should be doing exercises that are hard enough that there's no way you can do 20 reps, like 8, 9, 10, maybe 12. So that's where personal training knowledge comes in handy. Reason number 5, you overindulge on the weekends. It's so easy to lose track of food. Again, a great reason to try tracking macros, even if it's just an experiment to see how it lines up with your regular habits. But, you know, I'm guilty of it. Everybody should be, unless they're a professional bodybuilder, really. You know, you got to enjoy food, but it does add up a lot faster than most people realize. And when I say most people, I mean pretty much everyone who's never tracked macros or made an effort to track their food in some kind of way. It doesn't have to be macros, but portion sizes or calories. Macros is the most accurate way, but it's really easy to lose track, especially with so much sugar. So much stuff has sugar, and that stuff just, it adds up empty calories. You're not getting protein from sugar. You're not getting healthy fats from sugar. So, you know, and one of the things I really hate are those 100 calorie snack packs. I know they can be convenient, but I think those have done more harm than good for people, in a sense of, you know, for grown adults. For kids, they might be great and, you know, they're portable, but for grown adults, I can't tell you the number of times I've seen grown adults grab 2 or 3 or 4 100 calorie snack packs, and that's like, you know, 300, 400 or more calories. That's not a snack. That's a small meal. And usually, you know, those snack packs, number 1, it's processed food. Number 2, it's not nutrient dense. Number 3, you're basically, I'm saying the same thing, but there are better options, right? Have some whole food. Minimize the processed packaged foods. And I know convenience is a big thing, but there's a lot you can do if you just plan ahead a little bit. Someday I'll get into food prep kind of stuff to maybe give you some more ideas on eating healthier, eating whole foods away from home and not depending on packaged foods. But okay, number 6, this is a big reason, Candida. Now, I need to do a whole podcast episode on this because I think a lot of people have heard the word Candida, and they either think yeast infections, like what women get, you know, some women at different times, or something that's happening on the skin. Those are, I think they have different scientific names that include the word Candida, but Candida in terms of in your gut, in your stomach, what it is, it's a very unhealthy, off balance, overabundance of bad bacteria in the gut. And you have 8 pounds of bacteria in your gut that you need for your health and your immunity. Huge part of your immune system is in your gut and that bacteria. But if Candida starts to overtake your digestive system in your gut and your small intestine, that can grow, and it's going to hinder a lot of processes in the body, like your metabolism. It's going to mess up your hormones. So if your hormones and your metabolism are messed up, there's no way you're going to lose weight the same way that a person would if they did not have Candida. So, and that's something that a functional medicine doctor can test for and give you a protocol of what to eat in order to heal and fix that balance. And what happens when you have Candida, a lot of people who have serious Candida are pretty seriously overweight. And it's unfortunate because I don't think, I would be very shocked if somebody told me that their general practitioner told them that they had Candida. I don't think general practitioners, I don't think that's in their daily vocabulary with any patients, unfortunately. And again, this is why I always stress functional medicine. So if you are, you know, maybe if you happen to be watching this and you're thinking like, oh, this is news to me, how do I know? Well, start reading. I hate do some research because I don't think that Googling things means research in a medical scientific sense, but do some reading on it. Maybe get a book that's written by a functional medicine doctor and start looking for a functional medicine doctor where you live. If you join my private Facebook community and go to the files section, I have a file in there with different ways that you can find a functional medicine doctor based on your location. So that's a great starting point. And I also don't mean to be alarmist, but I think that talking about Candida, if it became common knowledge for a lot more people in terms of weight loss and health and lifestyle, a lot of mysterious issues would be solved, because it's a very common thing. This is not, having Candida in your gut is not a rare thing. And when I was uncovering all of my autoimmune stuff with my Hashimoto's, that was one of the things on my list that I was concerned that I might have. And thank goodness I did not have it, because the medication that I take does not work if you have Candida. And my medication thankfully worked wonderfully. But anyway, so Candida, that's the 6th big reason. So again, not to be alarmist about it, but I want people to know this as a possibility and something to always consider and be aware of. And if you are super sleep deprived, if you are super stressed out, chronically, intensely stressed out for months or years on end, you become much more susceptible to things like that, and things like leaky gut and all kinds of autoimmune issues, or issues that can push you down a road of autoimmune disease. So I feel like that was kind of depressing to say all of that, so hopefully I didn't bring anybody down, but that's what I wanted to share for today. So thank you so much for listening, and join the Facebook community, and I will have another video for you tomorrow, and it might be in this same shirt because I'm going to record it as soon as I turn this off. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.